Today we're looking at correlation, more specifically correlation inside a scatter diagram and the interpretation of that correlation. Scatter diagrams can show correlation between two variables. We put the independent variable on the bottom and the dependent variable on the left. Independent variables are things that a researcher can control, whilst dependent variables are things the researcher can measure. This scatter diagram shows a positive correlation between the age of a child and their height. The older the child, the taller they will be. This scatter diagram shows a positive correlation between the size of garden someone has and their life expectancy. Somebody may look at this and assume that having a bigger garden will lead to a longer life. You must remember that correlation does not mean causation. Logically, we know that a wealthier person is more likely to have a larger garden, thus it is their wealth that is likely the cause of the increased life expectancy. These are the 5 types of correlations you can find between two variables. We have strong positive correlation, we have weak positive correlation, strong negative correlation, weak negative correlation, and no correlation. Let's have a look at these questions. To draw a scatter diagram, we need to first of all identify which variable is going on which axis. The hours studied is the independent variable, and the errors on test is measured by the researcher, therefore is the dependent variable and will go on the left-hand axis or the y-axis. Each point in our table is a participant, and each point can be put onto our scatter diagram with a little cross. So the first point is at 250, so we're going to mark this on our scatter diagram, and then 345, 242, 535, 530, 724, 720, and then finally 815. In this question we're asked to describe the correlation between the hours studied and the number of errors made. Looking at this, it looks like the data is going downwards, and I can draw a quick line of best fit just to show that, although you don't need to be able to answer this question. And you can see that each of those points is quite close to the line of best fit that I've drawn. So it's going to be a strong negative correlation because it's going downwards, it's definitely negative. We know that this is a strong negative correlation, but we're asked in this question to interpret the correlation. To do this, you can say as the thing at the bottom increases, the thing on the left either increases or decreases, depending on whether it's a positive or negative correlation. So, as the hours studied, which is our independent variable, increases, the errors on the test decreases because it's going to be a negative correlation. And let's finish with this. Samir says time will always be on the x-axis on a scatter diagram. State whether he is correct and why. If you know, let me know in the comments below. And you can come to onmaths.com or click the link in the description where you can access all of our A-level papers and predictions for free, and you can even save your scores with a free account. This video is part of a larger A-level course that you can follow along with at onmaths.com.